Although I've been following developer Level 5 for years, I somehow skipped the 3DS cult hit Fantasy Life. The studio's recent resurgence finally pushed me to see what I had missed out on. Fantasy Life I, the Girl Who Steals Time, released on every current platform and quickly sold more than 500,000 copies and has earned glowing user impressions on Steam. That momentum piqued my curiosity. I understood the appeal. By fusing relaxed life sim routines, brisk action combat, and a light time travel mystery, the game creates a loop that is tough to put down when you get invested. Sure, some rough edges remain, yet its charm easily outweighs the flaws, but we'll unpack that in this review. In Fantasy Life I, you play as an adventurer, assisting the ever-changing archaeologist Edward as he investigates a dragon fossil that shines a mysterious beam towards an uncharted island. A disaster at sea that would make Adol from East jealous flings you 1,000 years into the island's prosperous past, while the present-day kingdom lies in ruins. Now joined by a lovable baby dragon and an inquisitive princess named Rem, you try to learn what brought the land to ruin. The premise is actually kinda strong, but the story races from highlight to highlight with little connective tissue. Most scenes lean on slapstick or wordplay, often sidelining the bigger mystery. And as for Rem's inclusion, her enthusiasm keeps the cutscenes endearing, and her friendship with the player grounds the adventure. If not for her, it would be tempting to skip the dialogue entirely, which many players may do anyway since the plot is not the main draw.
Whoa! Sure.
Fantasy Life I feels like a single-player MMO distilled into an offline RPG. You can swap freely among 14 job classes, or in this game, they're called lives, grounded into combat, gathering, and crafting roles. Tutorials arrive rather quickly, and the opening hours can feel very overwhelming. I should say take your time though, because the systems open up beautifully. Every action feeds into another, nudging you to set small personal goals that snowball into a multi-hour play session. The Paladin, Mercenary, Hunter, and Magician cover close and long-ranged fighting. Battles start as simple button mashing, but perfect dodges, skill tree unlocks, and swappable special attacks add surprising depth. Hunters can poison or paralyze, and Magicians juggle elemental spells, buffs, and heals. Enemy telegraphs are clear in combat, and stronger gear drops at a satisfying pace, so these skirmishes stay strategically challenging and fun without turning brainless. It is hardly a masterclass in the action design, yet the tactical feedback and steady progression make every scrap worthwhile. Mining, woodcutting, angling, and farming handle raw minerals. Mining and lumber use a quick sweet spot minigame that rewards timing and drains the same SP gauge used for combat skills, doubling it as stamina. You'll learn quickly that you can't brute force higher level nodes until the relevant life catches up, which keeps material tiers feeling earned during progression. Fishing is a standout here. A rotating input wheel, tension management, and clutch counter hooks make landing a rare catch oddly thrilling. Farming is simpler here, but fields yield valuable crops that funnel back into cooking and crafting so every harvest feels useful. And on that note, cooking, blacksmithing, carpentry, tailoring, alchemy, and art funnel raw goods into gear and consumables through rapid-fire rhythm prompts. Early balancing is kind of rough here, where recipe lists fill with items several tiers above your skills, so you may waste resources on failed attempts. However, once you snag better tools and boost each life level, success rates climb and the minigames become a pleasant break from fighting. The payoff is tangible when a handmade blade or gourmet dish powers you through the next story quest. Through the adventure, the island splits into a thriving past and the sparse present. Past villages supply dungeons, quest boards, and life masters who rank up after a specific task is completed. The present time hosts a campsite that you gradually expand on. Throughout both eras, you meet strangelings who are people trapped inside household objects. Freeing them costs celestial gifts, which are flowers that bloom as your village grows and refreshes daily. So progress is tied loosely to real-world time without feeling predatory. Rescued strangelings can join your party, help clear debris, or handle high-level crafting nodes, giving party composition real strategic weight. And further, decorating your house and village scratches that Animal Crossing itch for those who enjoy building pretty spaces. Beyond the tutorial zones lies Ginormosia, which took me almost like 10 takes to say correctly. This is an open map packed with resources, towers that reveal the foggy minimap, shrines hosting bite-sized combat trials, and mounts that shorten travel times. If ever you feel aimless during gameplay, wandering around guarantees progress, at least somewhere, like gathering rare ore, meeting a new NPC, or stumbling into treasure groves, which are dungeon-like gauntlets with random layouts. It all seems like hours can melt away on the island's overlapping systems that feed your curiosity and make you want to stay engaged. The PC version ran smoothly with no crashes or hitching during my sessions. Local co-op lets 2 players share one device, though the second player's role is kind of limited. Online play supports up to 4 adventures in select areas, like that Ginormosia. It's supposed to be ginormous. I get it. Ginormosia. I guess. Doesn't really... Anyway. But the story quests have some activities that are blocked, and sessions have a time limit. The mode works, yet the game clearly shines as a solo comfort title rather than an endless social hangout, which suits me fine. In a crowded release schedule, Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time offers the digital equivalent of curling up with a warm blanket. Its gentle humor, colorful chibi art, and just one more quest structure make it an easy recommend to anyone seeking a low-stress RPG experience. The story is servable at best, and early progression bumps can frustrate a little bit, yet the sheer variety of the things that you can do keeps boredom at bay. With DLC already announced, I hope Level 5 keeps supporting this surprise hit. The studio has delivered a comforting success that rewards patience and curiosity, and it may signal an exciting new chapter for the developer as a whole. Noisy Pixel is giving Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, an 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.